Okay. Hello and welcome back for the post-match show of the second match of the ongoing Women's 100 tournament. And what a win for Southern Brave. I think first thing first, I have been proved wrong totally because as I was mentioning in the pre-match live that for me on paper after seeing the teams, for me Manchester Originals were overwhelming favorites for this match, but the way they batted, it was absolutely pathetic. I didn't expect after seeing that batting lineup to bat like that. But you have to give credit to the bowlers of Southern Brave. The way they bowled, and absolutely, we'll talk about Lauren Bell, the player of the match, and deservingly, the way she bowled took those 3 wickets, especially the first 2 wickets, Catherine Bryce and Amelia Kate. I think we have to talk about that, but absolutely disappointing performance as the first comment comes, and it is from one second. Yes, Srish ji, yes, hi Srish. Yes, Manchester original disappointing performance because as we were discussing in the pre-match, I think most of you guys, I think, will agree that seeing that team, you expected at least a better batting performance from them. But you have Beth Mooney, you have Deandra Dottin, you have Amelia Kerr, you have Catherine Bryce in the lineup, but still, you 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 end up scoring only what I think 96, right? No, 90. Yeah, you ended up scoring only 95, 95 for 8 in 100 balls. So it was disappointing to see, but you have to give credit as I was speaking about Lauren Bell. I think the way she bowled, she looked absolutely fantastic. 3 wickets. And I was talking about the Georgia Adams captaincy. I think she was impressive. The way she used her bowler, she herself bowled also 10 balls, took 1 wicket, and also Maddie Villiers. I think she was pretty impressive also, using the air well and give the ball some air, and she was looking good. So overall, it was a fantastic bowling performance from the visitors. But for Manchester Originals, I think they will be pretty much disappointed. In front of the home crowd, at the home ground, you had the best chance to keep up your campaign with a win, but you failed. And especially the way you failed. See, one team will win and one team will lose, but what matters is the way you win or the way you lost the game. I think the way Manchester Original lost this game, I think that is very concerning, and I think that they need to work a little bit more ahead of the next game because in a tournament like 100, when the tournament is such a small time span, you have a small such a small time span to make a turnaround. I think one game is okay, but you have to make a quick turnaround in the second game, one run. So I think for Manchester Originals, some areas, especially the batting, they need to do a lot better batting because if you see the lineup, if you see today's lineup, you Manchester had Beth Mooney, Catherine Bryce, Amelia Clear, Deandra Dottin, but still, what Sharon Smollett played, I will say according to the situation. Yes, obviously we can argue that yes, he scored only 14 not out from 34, but you have to consider the situation also because at the other end wickets were constantly falling. But I think I want your comments also regarding that. What I am going to say that I think that Manchester original batters could have played more sensibly according to the situations, especially after losing quick wickets. I know Deandra Dottin, world boss, is famous for her quick innings, big hit sixes, but with all the experience, I expected a lot better from her. I expected, okay, I think she will take some time to settle down to find a partnership, and then she will go for the big hitting at the end. But she went for the big hit straight away, went for the sweep, and ultimately turned out to be a bold dismissal for her. So I think overall, I think the approach could have been better. And when you have such experienced batters in your lineup, you expect that you expect that composure, especially after losing quick wickets. But it was a disappointing show. But moving on in the chase, I think the chase was never on never. I was never in a doubt that Southern Brave would might struggle a big while chasing 96 runs, a target of 96 runs, and I kind of proved right in this case at least. Obviously, Daniel Edwards looked good, 30 to 27, and obviously Laura Ulbert at number 3 played a sensible knock, finished the game. That is the most important part. I think and this is the experience that I'm talking about. Laura Ulbert, we all know how classical she bats. Again today we saw some classical cover drives and all, but she knows that I'm the experienced one. I am here. I am looking good. I can hit the ball well. So let's finish the game. So she took time, and this is not a game that okay. You might argue that okay they could have done it a bit early. That could have helped them to get a better net run rate going forward. But see, I think the first game of the season, and it's an away game for you. I think as a team, I think the primary aim was for them was to get that uh, 2 points. I will say, and they did that, and they did that. And sorry, 2 point. I am saying 4 points. Yes, and they did that, and that was the primary aim, and they successfully did. And that is why I am saying this experience, what Laura Ulbert showed, uh, I think that is what was missing in Manchester Originals batting lineup, despite having so many experienced players. I want to see the comments now. Let's see one by one. Yes. Okay, Syed Nizamuddin has come up with a different context, I will say, in this life that Test cricket is the greatest sport man has ever invented. See, I think when it comes to the sport, I think there must be a debate, but I think when it comes to the format of cricket, the three formats that we have, obviously there are T10 and all, but if you consider only T20, Test, and ODI, obviously Test cricket is the best format, and every cricketer says that. So I think there is no doubt about that. Yes. Okay, Deepak Tumar saying, where are your teammates? See, when it comes to women's cricket lives and all, actually, me and Trishadi are the primary, people to do that. As I mentioned in the pre-match live, Trishadi is on her way back to India from England. She was there along with other 8 team members for the India's tour of England, the Test match series. Uh, as you saw the coverage throughout the last 2 months. So now after completing the tour, all of them are on the way back to India, and from tomorrow onwards, everyone you can see everyone on the channel. Okay, she's just saying match awareness was lacking in emo batters. Mooney could have been ideal to anchor the innings had she survived longer. Absolutely, and I think the way she got dismissed, I think it was a very soft dismissal. She went for that hard cut and got caught. I think I think she could have done better. And as you rightly put that you expect better things from these players because they have enough experience. They and not only in franchise cricket, in international cricket level. So and especially when you're the captain of the side, you are opening the innings, and the more the format becomes shorter, I think the initial power play overs, whether you are bowling or whether you are batting, it becomes more crucial. So I think the start they had, I think I think it was very poor. And the match awareness that you are speaking, if I am not wrong, what I can remember, I think Amelia Kerr got out on the last delivery of the power play overs. So and you can remember the way she got out. She went for the lap shot and she got out, and it was quite unnecessary at that point. Amelia Kerr is such kind of a batter. She can play that anchor role, and if she could have been there, at least instead of 95, Manchester could have ended around 120 or 130, and that could have given them a better platform for their bowlers. If you see, I know that okay, Southern Brave batters may be batted according to the situation. That is why they might took so many balls to reach that total. But still, having a 95, 96 run target on mind and having an 120, 130 run target in mind, it's a bit different when it comes to psychological matter. So I think that is the main factor. Yes, Roshan saying Dada ki Bangali. Yes, we Bangali Sneashish Mukherjee. Himanti Shekhar Chakraborty, do you think 100 should be replaced 10 over matches? See, I think in different parts of world there are tournaments are being organized that is consist of 10 overs. Like Abu Dhabi T10 is there, and in West Indies there is a tournament called Max 60 balls tournament. Here it is 100 ball tournament, and in West Indies there is 60 ball tournament. So I think this is all for entertainment. If you ask me personally, I don't think this format of game getting into the international level or something. This is all a part of entertainment, and it is going well for the last 5 years. This is the fifth season of 100, but still I am not sure how many years this will sustain, because I was going through some report uh, of a reputed website that maybe the 100 has not been that much of successful what ECB or the associated partners would have thought for. But still, they are trying their best. And as we all know that now the IPL franchises have come, has joined and has joined in the 100 tournament. So let's see that the new partnership with the IPL franchises could make a difference or not. And I think the upcoming years will tell where ultimately this tournament stands going forward. Yes. Okay. Himati Shekhar Chakravarti took that comment. Yes. Okay. Not many more comment as of now. I think yes. I think I have taken most of the comment. So as we're taking and before the match, we were talking about the Lauren Bale versus Lauren Filler, two Lawrence in two different sides. But unfortunately, Lauren Filler didn't get a chance. I was pretty shocked because I expected her to be in action. I would love to know about your thoughts where you guys were a bit shocked not to see Lauren Filler in the playing 11, because I was expecting her, because the way she was bowling in that India series and whatever the variation she has, I think she could become an X factor for this team. But uh, whatever the team management have decided, Manchester Originals team management, that they didn't pick her, or I don't know whether there must be a niggle or something like that. But Lauren Bill proved that what variations can how variations can be useful in the 100 tournaments. And again, I think today she was fantastic. If you go to the scorecard, I think she conceded only 28 runs in 20 balls and picked up 3 wickets. The the most important part I think was that there are, among those 20 balls, there are 11 dot balls. So you can understand the pressure that she managed to put over the batters. And in a tournament like 100, when you bowl 11 dot balls, I think as a batting unit, you already created a lot of pressure on yourself, and it is very difficult because that, as I mentioned, in a game of 100 yesterday I was mentioning the same thing to Trishadi, that in a game of 100 I think the time is very less to make a turn around if you take so many deliveries at the start, whether you are batting fast or chasing the target. So I think that becomes a problem. Also, we have to talk about, I think, Sophie Devine. Sophie Devine didn't score, got out two ball up, but I think with the ball she looked good. If you see 20 balls, 17 runs, no wicket, 8 dot balls. So only 0.85 rate per ball. So I think with the ball she looked good and the fitness looked pretty good. As I mentioning in the pre-match live, that everything in this tournament and anything happening in women's cricket right now, the ultimate focus is for the World Cup. So if you consider the cricket World Cup that is coming around, I think for New Zealand it is pretty good news that Sophie Devine looking good and she's bowling, and obviously she will score run. I am pretty sure that she will score run in this tournament. One day it can happen. She scored a dark today, but she will definitely score runs. But the best part is she bowled 20 balls and just conceded 17 runs. So that's a very good sign. And I also mentioned Mehdi Villiers looked pretty impressive. Pruitt bowled only 10 balls. Pruitt played a sensible supporting hand, I will say, with her South Africa captain to finish the game. But with the ball, I think Mahika Gaur. I think we have to discuss about Mahika Gaur. Yesterday, you guys can remember what Tara Norris did. I think same left arm bowling. She got that swing and she dismissed, the captain, um, the Oval Invincibles captain. Yeah, the Oval Invincibles captain. But the factor is that the swing that Tara Norris got yesterday, somehow Mahika God didn't get today. I expected that because Mahika God has that action, beautiful action she has, and I think that is why in the upfront only Beth Muni tried to use her to get to you know to help her getting the swing with the new ball and hopefully getting 1 or 2 wickets. But unfortunately she couldn't. I think that needs to be corrected. I think going forward, because with the new ball you need to take at least 1 or 2 wickets to put some pressure on the opponent batter, especially when you are defending such a low total of 95. So I think that's the part. Sophie Eccleston looked decent, I will say. you expect a bit better show from her. 20 balls, 24 runs, 1 wicket. You expect it. Same goes, I think, with Amelia Kate. 20 ball, 20 runs, it's okay, but again, only 1 wicket. I think in every match of Manchester Originals, these two spinners will be crucial. These 40 deliveries will be crucial, and these 40 deliveries will decide the match for themselves. So I think no, a pretty bad day for the home side, but I hope again. I think no one will deny that the team that Manchester Originals have, I think they should play better and they should at least qualify for the eliminator also. But this start has not gone as they would have planned. So I think they need to buck up themselves quickly and make a strong comeback in the next game. Yes, but on the other hand, a very good start for Southern Brave, and maybe and there is no deny that maybe they surprised many of us with the performance. So a good start, a good winning start. Obviously, after finishing last bottom at the bottom in the last season, I think this kind of a start was needed for this season, and they would be pretty much pleased. Yes. Okay. Let's see if there are any more comments before wrapping up. Overall, most of the things we have discussed. Yes, RN saying same pitch. Yesterday, women scored more than men. Why? See, I think the bowling matters. I didn't watch the live of the men's game. I was just watching the highlights today in the morning, early in the morning. I think the problem that Manchester Original had today while batting the women team, I think same the London Spirit batters, males batter had. I think they could have batted a little more sensibly. You had your batting lineup, David Warner, you had Kane Williamson, but they went for that hard shots, big shots at the early stage. They could have waited for some time, and then maybe according to the pitches, I think they could have batted and scored some more runs. So I think it's all about the match awareness. I don't think the pitch played a huge role there, but I think you have to consider the bowling that you are facing, and you have to consider the pitch at that particular time when you are batting. And I think that's where the match awareness comes, and especially when you have experienced batter like Warner, you have experienced batter like Kane Williamson, and when you talk about this women's Manchester Originals team, Beth Mooney, Deandra Dottin, and all. Catherine Bryce is also enough experience better in international level. You expect a better show from them, and that is what Srish also mentioned earlier that there's clearly a lack of game awareness, and that needs to be corrected as quickly as possible. Yes. Okay. I don't think any more new comments or something. I'm not getting here. Let's check here 1 second. No. Okay, so nothing more to add. I think I have discussed all the point. If you guys have any question, you can ask in the comments. Otherwise, I will wrap the show in 3 to 4 minutes. But now with this win, now Southern Brave is in the second spot now with 4 points and a very good net run rate of plus 0.643. And obviously, London Spirit has a better net run rate 0.850 positive, and with 4 points they are at the top. But a very good win for the Southern Brave. On the other side, I have to mention that another woman when this is live for the women's cricket. A match is going on in Dublin between Ireland women and Pakistan women. And this is the first T20 of the series. And Ireland batted first. They got bundled out for 142. And in reply, Pakistan are not in a great position. Pakistan women are now 49 for 4 in 10.4 overs. Captain Fatima Sana is out in the middle, along with Natalia Parvez. So I think not a good start for Pakistan in the chase of 143 because now I think they need around record run rate is around 10.08. So it's not going to be easy. 94 runs needed in 56 balls. So Ireland is going strong at their home, and I think this is a concerning start for Pakistan. Again, I know it is being played in Ireland, but still you expect better performance for the Pakistan batters. But let's see what the game ends because still I think Fatima Sana is there. I think she can play a good knock to make her team to to stage a comeback for a team. But I think Ireland bowlers are going strong, and let's see if they finally manage to contain. But overall, as of now, it's 11 overs, 54-4. In last 9 overs, Pakistan need 93. But task is very huge. Okay, let's see if there are any more comments. Otherwise, I will wrap it up. Okay. Anirudh Malu saying, what do you think will tonight game? Which game, Anirudh, can you specify? If you are talking about this particular women's game that happened, I predicted Manchester to win, but I totally proven wrong. The way Southern Brave bowled and especially the way Manchester batted, rather, I will say. But if you are asking about the men's game, I have to go through the squad once because so many happening here. I couldn't remember the name, but I think an exciting game can happen. And if you are asking about this ongoing Ireland and Pakistan, I will say Ireland is looking firm favorites right now at this position because Pakistan need more than 90 runs in last 9 overs with 6 wicket left. So I think that's a huge task for them. Yes. Okay. Any more comments? Okay, so we can wrap it up, I will say. So, just a recap of the show. Like, as I mentioned, that Southern Brave made a winning start to their campaign in this ongoing women's 100 tournament. But I think for Manchester Originals, it was a huge golden opportunity for them to kick off the campaign with a win in front of the home crowd. But it was a disappointing outcome, especially for the batters. Because with 95 runs, you cannot expect your bowler to stage a comeback. It is very difficult for a game like 100 ball. So, and obviously, you have to give credit to Lauren Bell the way she bowled, and obviously the composure that Laura Ulvert showed with the bat. So let's see. Eyes will be on Manchester Originals on how they make a comeback. I think a quick turnaround is expected from them, and otherwise things will get more, bad for them going forward. For Southern Brave, now the challenge is continuing this winning momentum because in a tournament like this, it is a very short tournament. So if you lose once the momentum, it might get hard for you to get back that momentum because you might not get that time to make a comeback. So the biggest challenge now for Georgia Adams and her team right now will be to continue this momentum and who knows, maybe push for a place in the final or maybe for the eliminator. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you everyone for the comments and all. Tomorrow definitely will be live for the show pre-match and post-match. And as I mentioned, Trishadi will be back. Me and Trishadi both will be there, and we'll definitely have a chat with you guys. Thank you. Take care and good night.